Tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama, we get busy. Plug, pull up with the pack, and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000, cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another...
This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So, we got some events that I want to share with you. June 28th, Friday at Ecorse High School, we'll be having an expungement fair. So make sure you come through. As long as your cases are in Michigan, it's a great opportunity for you. It's free. You're going to be able to get advice from an attorney. Some people, they come there and some of their felonies are already erased. But if not, if even at the time you don't qualify, they're going to tell you everything you need to do to be able to qualify what your next steps are. So if you're in the neighborhood and you got some felonies, they have to be at least 7 years old, and they're holding you back from getting any type of housing or a type of job or a position that you're looking for, come see us, man. Friday at Ecorse High School. It's the first one that we've had downriver. I did about 4 of them at the DHDC, 1211 Trumbull, and for Southwest, and we got a whole bunch of people taken care of. So we want to target the downriver area and help all the brothers and sisters out there so they can get ahead. Also tomorrow, me and my CVI team will be heading down to Lansing tomorrow. We're gonna be there in support of the second look bill that they're pushing to give those who have life second chance. But today, man, we got an awesome guest. He's got a great story. I'm honored to have him here. I'm happy that he's here to be able to share his story with you guys. This is my man, Larry Darnell Smith Jr., man, the original Fat Lipper. What's up with you, brother?
Man, peace and blessings, peace and
man,
blessings.
Man, welcome to the El Nino Podcast, bro.
Thank you for having me. Absolute pleasure. And thank you for the love. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I swear ever since we met each other, bro, we was just locked in, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know how they say real recognize real, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Yup. So, hey, man, tell the people about you, man. Tell them what it is, what it ain't,
What it is, man, my name is Larry Darnell Smith Jr. I served 26 years, 10 months, and 7 days. That's 27 years in real lifetime. I advocate on behalf of the innocent, the medically frail, the over sentenced. I went in at 18, I came home at 45, and I came out with a mission. So I'm to it, I'm at it, and I'm active with it. That's just that.
That's my guy, man. You had a big event yesterday, bro. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, the very first Return to Citizen Day here.
The very first one, the beginning of many to come.
Very first one, Return to Citizen Day at Spirit Plaza, downtown, in the heart, right at the spirit of Detroit. What represent us, the people, and us, the people, right, who come out of those institutions that got this whole thing built up. If you look at Parks and Recs, if you any department in the department, right, of the city, you find people like us, people return to citizen, people who are deserving of that second look, who making the way for other people to get out from a second look, right, and showing that it can be done and point them in the right direction. So that's us. That's what the event was about. And we had Casey the model. Hey, yeah,
listen,
bad guy.
Man, I think that was a absolute great, wonderful idea for you to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of brothers who did a lot of time, and they out here taking care of their business. They pouring back into their communities. They wrapping their arms around their people, bro. We reaching back and we uplifting them, bro, and we got the blueprint. We are doing it by example on a daily basis, bro, and it feels so rewarding, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is priceless because, I wasn't supposed to make it, bro. I was already supposed to be dead or be dying in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I got an opportunity to come home. After 17 years, you got a lot of time to think about everything, your whole motherfucking life, you know what I'm saying? From childhood all the way up, you know what I'm saying? All the rights, all the wrongs, all the ups and downs, the who's, the whys, the whats, and all that shit. And once I reached that final conclusion, I said, you know what, man? It's time to get it done, man, for real. No more excuses. I ain't a victim to nothing no more. Not no circumstances, not no situations, not no environment. It's mind over matter, baby. You know what I'm saying? Life is what you make it.
That's grace, man.
For real.
And that's the Creator's grace for allowing us. I guess we were slowed down, right? In a moment that was speeded up because a lot of that stuff of what's going around us was so fast. But we was able to, man, like to come from that and then be born, to be reborn by grace, you know, by opportunity, by moment. So I'm grateful, man. Every opportunity that I get to say the name of an innocent person, you know, that's why I walk around with this button. You know, that button represents 5 people, man. Salute Apple, man. I'm so happy that you home, Darrell Ewing. Peace and blessings be to the Creator for that. And it's 4 more people on the button. Chris Dunn, he right up there right now. We waiting for his decision to come down in Missouri. That'll be the second person. We got Tamara Washington on there. Hey, Ken Worthy. No, for real, she talked to Ken Worthy on the telephone. Head Wayne County Prosecutor Ken Worthy. Tamara Washington, only person in the country I know talk to their prosecutor, and they say that, hey, if your file is missing, it's a problem, and it just has not been a resolution. You understand? So she on here, William Wiley. We got one of the leading fire marshals in the country looking at that, and they saying that this is not right. So, you know, we out here advocating. And then Wayne Duff, he medically frail, and that's that 599 bill that's up there in Lansing, where we looking to extend to, you know, some of these lifers, 40 years, 42 years. A lot of these cases is questionable. You know, you just had Dwayne Harris die the other day, Beast. I think he did 50-some-odd years, right?
Okay.
And, you know, they say he was a bad guy.
That's a lifetime. People don't even live that long.
But, bro, like they say, at a point in his life, he was the boogeyman. But at the point in the life where I understood, he was educating me. Like, he gave me a lot of the understanding and a lot of the tools. He ran a skin, bro, with no TV, right? But he had books for days. You know, and it was books. I picked through them books. Mark Story, different people I picked through their books over the years. And then, you know, like we got what we got now.
Tell me what was one of your favorite books you read in the joint, bro?
Man, if I tell you that, bro, then people might be up on me. But I'm a Robert Greene fan for sure.
Okay.
You know, I'm a Robert Greene fan, like The Art of Seduction, you know, the 48 Laws of Power,
Art of War.
Art of War. You know, I read the 50 Laws of Power. Like the reality is, any of the things where I could soak up to get an understanding to help to build me, help build my community up, then I gotta take a peek at it. Like, so it ain't no like just my favorite. Think and Grow Rich, right?
Yeah,
so, but as a man thinketh, like, where do you say it from? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
There it is.
Like, where do you start at?
As a man thinketh, that was the one that did it for me, bro. That was the one. That was the one that helped me transition my whole mindset, bro. Like, I read the whole, like you said, 48. Them were the first books I read when I went to the joint. And, you know, the thing was, I was like, damn, I already had that understanding already. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew I was on the right track. And then I used to laugh because these guys read these books and they hit the yard try to run some shit on the guy. I'm like, you must have just read chapter 7, didn't you, motherfucker? You trying to come out here, play games, pick at a motherfucker brain. They got to see right through you. You know what I'm
practice.
saying?
Yeah, you got to get his practice, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
But they don't, I could resonate with so much of the shit because I had actually real experience, with love, with betrayal, with loyalty.
With Steel Sharp Steel, right?
Yeah, no doubt. But the As a Man Thinketh by Robert Allen, that was a game changer for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it let me know that I actually have the power. I actually dictate and determine
the soil,
how this day gonna go.
That's
you know what I'm
soil,
saying? I mean,
yeah.
God always driving. You know what I'm saying? He's the navigator, man. But you got to be able to, to walk the path, bro. You know what I mean?
That garden, man. Like, your mind is a garden, and that's basically what they was giving us. And what you plant in it is the return you get to the life that you blossom in, which is yours. And also that energy that you passing on to others in that process or through that learning experience, right, of a life. That's that energy that Mr. Greene was explaining to us, right? I like that. I like that.
And I suffered so much in my life. I mean, since childhood, bro, I've suffered from, just poverty and, just the lifestyle, the culture, that I grew up in, bro. Like I said, I was raised by a village of gang members, drug dealers, drug addicts, alcoholics. I've witnessed violence since childhood, you know what I'm saying? And, you become a product of that, So everything that I was up to the point that I became conscious, I was really just following somebody else's lead. You know what I'm saying? But once I found myself and my own purpose and started making, you know, the right decisions, you know, to finding where I'm supposed to be at, you know what I mean? Like life
man.
got real beautiful,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm looking around, man. I'm looking around. It look
Everything
real
started
nice.
making sense,
Yeah,
you know
man.
what
I
I
appreciate you, man. Absolutely, I appreciate you for having us in the studio.
Yes,
I mean, I'm just
love it, man.
it's ingratiated for myself, right, to be welcome into the homes of people who went through an experience. For one, like a lot of people in them, come on over, right? But it's not often where we could see people mix some stuff up. Let me give you some game. I'm a exoneree. I served a lot of time in prison for a crime I didn't commit. When I came home, I became what? A returned citizen, right? Which was the exoneree portion of what they say. But truthfully, at the point when I was incarcerated and I began to go through the strip search process, I became like every other person that was locked up to a large degree.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what caused me to represent for the medically frail. That's what caused me to represent for the over sentenced. And you know, like politicians and people don't care nothing about over sentencing. What they care about is dollars, right? So say you take a person been locked up 40-something years, they got cancer of some sort, might even be a Vietnam vet. And if that person was returned to society, that will be released off of that budget of the Department of Corrections, which would allow for other forms of education and other things that allow tax, you know, schooling, anything. But it would take a little coolant for somebody who down bad, right, to the system. You like that the one you was, right? And at that 40 mark, that 42-year mark, that 43-year mark, like to me, man, that's unbreathable, unfathomable. But for a minute, I have fathomed that, damn, I could be in a bad place for 50 years for something I didn't do. And people could be looking at me like I was a horrible person and they ain't want to rock out with me and they ain't want to see me free based on nothing that I had done, but based on the system had took apart and took me apart. Right? From my mother, took her apart, took me apart from my daughter, took her apart, like that whole process. So that's why I advocate on behalf of the over sentenced. That's why I advocate on behalf of the medically frail.
It's a different mindset you got when you know you did your crime and you doing your time. But to do time and not do the crime, that's a whole different type of understanding, patience, humbleness. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A person could learn to hate themselves.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the only time I was jealous, man. Like, honestly, bro, I ain't never been jealous. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro, but like I ain't never been jealous of people and things. But I used to look at people who actually committed their crime and be like, damn, shit, at least you did do it.
At least you did do it.
Like, at least you can go to sleep at night.
Live with the fact, feeling like you paying your debt to society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I can't
imagine asking God every day, why me?
Man, why you do this to me, man? For real,
You know
man.
what I
Like,
mean?
cursed him, man. Like, had straight purity issues.
But
Don't talk to him.
The Bible is full of people just like us with stories
arrested.
like that.
It arrested.
Even Jesus himself was crucified with a thief and a murderer, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we got purpose, bro. You know what I'm
Purpose,
saying?
for sure.
Everything that I learned through my suffering, I'm able to apply today and build the people, bro. Build them. You know what I'm saying? Because I was built.
That's
you
right.
know, and I had to start from scratch.
That's right.
It's a lot of people, they want to start. They just don't know when, where, why, or how.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right. Hey, look. Here we go. Here we go. How you do it? You put one foot in front of the other. What's the move? You figure through a process. If you ain't got the answer, you start to reach out to others for it. But in reality, it's for you. You got to do it. It's in here. You got to step up to that thing. Like, it's your moment every day. So when a day come, and we say, oh, you didn't do this on Juneteenth. You didn't do this on the 4th of July. You didn't do this on Christmas. But guess what? I did do it every other day of the year. I was up. I was active. I was a firecracker for people that was in a bad situation, giving them a voice. And like, that's why we went downtown. They was down there with the signs. The mother was expressing at the Spirit of Detroit, asking for the spirit of all of our people to come together on behalf of their loved one and push them out. Like, these are things that we have seen happen. We have seen people pushed out. We have seen rebirth, right? We have seen second chances. So that's really what we're about, and this is the type of moments that we want to push. So that's why next year, I believe that when we do it, right, for that day, our day, Return to Citizen Day,
I believe we deserve that.
I think that we're going to be turned way up, like
Absolutely.
way more, because now y'all see. Y'all know that it didn't happen. I know that y'all believe that it can happen. Like, it was people out there actually physically working, doing their job for the city. Like, hey man, yeah, I've been out since 2011. One guy told this other young brother who been home 3 days, like, man, I'm gonna give you the blueprint. I'm finna plug you in. Like, I'm gonna tell you who to call for the city. You need a job, about to get you in. You see how I'm living? And that's how we doing it. But we out here forging and we creating businesses and we pushing. We creating business and we pushing. And the reason why I can come here, because we don't be bootlicking. Like, I don't be going nowhere where people be bootlicking. I love people fighting, advocating, supporting. I'm with that wholeheartedly. But if it's about the prosecutor over the people, then you lose me. I ain't with that. It's about the people, the system. It already done showed us what it will do, right? No doubt. Yep. So if we eat our babies, right where we from, and we don't put up a fight to give them an opportunity, because that's what I believe in. I rec center, put it on the floor. I work at a rec center. Yeah. I work for the city. Suing the city, work for the city. Programs I do, 3 to 7 years old math, work with seniors. I work with the gambit in between. We do everything. Yup, right? Dope. Some things that the city say, and then out of pocket we do things, right? Because we love our people. We love our people, right? Because that parent that's incarcerated, that child, what do they have to look forward to? Hopefully not that incarceration. So what we want to do, we want to give them a chance. So that's why when Mr. Letha Gaston, one of the people who put the program on, Total Access Downtown, thank you for allowing us to use the spot. Seat of Detroit, thank you for allowing us to use the spot. The Spirit of Detroit, come on now. They just had the NFL draft down there. And for y'all to allow us to come down there and do, what? A Return to Citizens Day, to me, bro, like, that's dope. I love it. It's believable. Idea. It's believable because it's achievable, because we thought about it while we was inside of the institutions, that we would come out and party downtown Detroit. So next year, when it's time to come out, we'll have more people coming out, more family members coming out, the news coming out, everybody coming out, because we show force and power. We prove. And that's what you do every time when you go out into the community and you talk somebody off the ledge. Every time. That's what you do. You build a bridge. You build a bridge. Yes, sir.
Networking, connecting, you know what I'm saying? Learning. Like you said, iron sharpens iron, bro.
You know no doubt about it, bro.
And, you know, I love it. That's like my biggest asset, bro. You know what I'm saying? Diversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing that I'm able to do that everybody can't do, bro. I can go anywhere and everywhere like a giant with my head up and get love and get respect, bro, on any side of town. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, bro. I love being able to move like that.
Me
where
too.
I pull
Thank
up
you,
and
y'all.
brother salute you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Everywhere. Like,
and that just comes from, you know, integrity. That comes from, you know, the suffering. You know what I mean?
It comes from standing for something, bro. Because, like, if you didn't stand for nothing, ain't nobody gonna stand with you. And the only reason a person could come in because they can stand with is because of the suffering, you think. But no, it's because of the character. It's what you represent. When I bump into you out in public, you can always give me a big smile, ask me what I'm working on, what's going on, what can you give, what can you do to support. So when you say, hey, Larry, hey, Eki, yeah, I'll come through. Long as you allow me to talk about innocent people or medically frail people or over-sentenced people, right, I got no issue. And that's on any platform. You know, people want me to come out and talk about me, and I tell them, man, y'all come out and talk about me, but you got to pay me. But if I can come out and I can use this platform to speak out on behalf of somebody else who in a situation, you know, white or black. I got a case, William Wiley, man. I'm talking about, bro, the fire marshal, leading fire marshal in the country. He say that, no, this ain't even, we can't even show this an arson. You don't know if it's an arson or not. The evidence don't support it. Yeah, you know, wow. So that's what we need for our prosecutor's office. We need our prosecutor office to understand that y'all thinking about lawsuits. We thinking about lives. See, y'all thinking about cash, but y'all playing us as capital, right? And I am a victim of the capitalistic system because prison is a big business, and that's what they use you for. That's what they use me for.
It's crazy because I've had friends that said, damn, I wish I'd have went to prison so I could have came out like you did. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, some people, I needed to be taken out, even though I went from a residential jungle to a concrete jungle. You know what I'm saying? I was deprived. You know what I'm saying? We were all deprived.
But I mean, so
we were in there.
So basically, like they saying that it's a need for institutions, because for any person, right, who feel that they would rather be in an institution to get their education, than to be amongst people, civilians in society, and get their education. I watch everything, every person, like my whole life grow older behind bars, bro, sitting on top of a garbage can. I'm talking about for real, man.
Yeah.
Being subjected to so many strip searches, people sending kites on me, hating on me, right? And my whole thing is I didn't do nothing to be here. I just want to be free. So through that process of getting freedom, a guy be committed more crimes in institution than he ever committed in society.
For real.
And then it's like,
I caught a case in the joint.
see what I'm saying, bro?
I felt like I was going through a murder case all over again, bro. Prosecuted me, gave me more time. Then the board flopped me because I caught the case. But at the end of the day, it was not about, the system and the judge and the prosecutor or none of that. I made a bad decision, bro.
Agreed.
And that right there helped me make the ultimate decision. What side are you going to walk on, bro? Because straddling that fence is very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing all this good and this much bad. But as soon as you get caught up for that little bit of bad, all this good don't even matter no more. Because people are going to be like, I told you so.
So now let me ask you this.
know?
At what point, right, like how long before you came home did you figure that point?
Man, I was 2 years from coming home, bro.
Yeah.
I hurt my whole family, bro. My mother walked out of the visiting room, bro. My son was crying. My brother was in tears. I never felt so much shame like I did that day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because my family supported me my whole bid. I'm 2 years from coming home. They waiting on me, bro. And I'm over here, Mickey Mouse, and I'm doing a whole lot of positive shit. And I'm facilitating the Chance for Life classes, bro. I'm head facilitator at JCS. Soon as I leave class, I'm making plays, catching sales on the fucking yard, selling heroin, bro. Goofy ass shit, you know what I mean? But I still was justifying. I'm the leader. I gotta feed the people. The brothers gotta eat because I was raised to take care of people. I wasn't raised to take care of myself. So I was always willing to sacrifice my own life, my own freedom, my own well-being for the sake of others. And I've always been in a leadership role. I'm the firstborn of three sons raised by a single mom. You know what I'm saying? So I had to grow up fast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to be a child, bro, or enjoy, adolescence. You know when I went straight from being born to being a young man, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it felt, But all these things, bro, that I went through was not for nothing, because when I came home, bro, I came home right. If I would have came home 2 years earlier, I probably wouldn't have got it right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I needed that extra time, because you think you got it figured out, bro. And honestly, bro, I mean, from day one, I started learning lessons the hard way, bro. The first day I got out of prison, both my sons told me they didn't want nothing to do with me. They didn't want me to come around nothing. And I didn't even see that coming. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even prepared for that, bro. So that was lesson number one, day one of freedom for me. And it's been 5 years and my son still won't talk to me. So I'm still paying. Bro.
Hey, I guess, man, we got a lot of stuff in common. You hear me? Because I be paying too, man. I guess I just paying my own way. You feel me? It's a people think, I guess, that prison is over, like, once you release from prison, right? So even that, right? You kick my foot in a penitentiary, you gotta say it. You gotta let a guy know. In society, it's something that just happens. People don't say excuse me. People don't say my apologies. People don't say my bad. It's just something that happened. In prison, if somebody do that, it has to be acknowledged, because if you don't, now somebody got a chip on their shoulder.
You will say excuse me 100 times a day.
Yes.
There's 1,000 of us on the yard. Yeah, we bumping. Yeah, we rubbing up against each other. Excuse me, my bad. Excuse me. You're going to say it all day, and you better say it every time, because the one time you don't could be that one time where, you know what I'm saying, shit going to get wild.
Hey, when I was downtown yesterday, I was saying this to these guys, right? I was thanking people personally. Right? I thank people personally. I think for anybody out here who know me from the yard, I thank you personally. Realistically, you could have had heart, maybe not. But I know that you could have killed me in a position where I was vulnerable. I was in a place with something I didn't do. I had to adapt. Thank you, Eric X. I had to learn so much different stuff in such a short period of time. And then I had to learn a way to raise to the top of it, though, in order to be able to make it through and maneuver to get my freedom. So when you say it took you 2 years, right? The reality was, dog, I was breaking the rules all the way, man, up to 2 days before I was going home. Because the day when I found out that I was going home, I was asleep. And people woke me up at nighttime and told me I was on the news. So it was like, oh, man, I got like $1,300, $1,400 worth of store items. I need to be distributing this stuff to my people, getting this stuff down to the handicap rock. I need to be getting stuff over here. You know, I need to be getting prepared to go home. Like, I've been making preparation, but through the process, though, I don't know when it's going to be. Bro. So I need to be having something for when I get home. I need to be taking care of my people in this process. I got natural life. I don't know if anybody know what that feel like. And if you do, if you did it and you got free, if you didn't do it and you had natural life, no, man, if that's and you had natural life.
That's a heavy cross to carry, bro.
And you don't know if you're going to ever get out. If you had that on you.
Imagine carrying that cross.
If you had that on you and you went downtown yesterday. Ooh. Because I know you know what it feel like to be violated at any given moment, at any given time, for somebody to ask you to strip search you, to look at you in places you ain't never seen on yourself. You hear me?
Listen, I tell people all the time, bro. I just spoke at a call-in front of the mayor, the chief, the federal prosecutor, state general, attorney general. I spoke at a call-in, bro, and I was just telling these brothers the first experience when you go to prison, they take your socks, your drawers, your dignity, and then they take your identity because they give you a number and don't even got the decency to acknowledge you by your own name. You know what I'm saying? They take your socks, your underwear, they bend you over, and then take your name from you and give you a number and treat you like stock, like product. You know what I mean?
Facts, man. Prison shouldn't be a business.
That's a whole life changer, bro. You know? And then have to live with that and live like that. Like you said, they can come in whenever they want and just strip you, go through your pictures, violate you, you know, just all that type of shit, bro. You know what I mean?
When you was getting visits,
that shit ain't sweet, man. You want to sit there and take turns jacking off on the toilet? You want to sit there and take turns jacking off in the shower? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the life in there. You know, you want to get into it with a nigga, he $150 your face every time you look in the mirror, you think of him.
Be straight on that. You gotta be straight on that. You gotta be straight on that.
You got motherfuckers next to you, above you, below you, all day, every day.
Snoring and smelling bad.
Man, COs come in, they having a bad day.
Hey, I seen a security guard the other day, bro, right? Real talk. I seen a security guard. He wasn't a bad guy. This guy wasn't a bad guy, right? And he told me he was happy that I was free. Congratulations, like what I was doing and stuff. You know, I told him, man, but I told you I didn't do it, and I told you this is what I was going to do when I got my freedom. And that's what I've been standing on. So when I come across people know, like, this is what I stand on. So when I take my calls and my people be mad at me, my girl be mad, like, you taking that call? Yeah, I'm taking this call. You know, and I respect that, but I respect the people that's in that place. So when your family call me, always make sure that they serious, because I got a whole life. So when they need that help and we putting forth that effort, like we need what we ask for when we ask for it, and we don't need no lies, no extra, no games, because we ain't into cheating.
Yeah, no doubt, man. and that's another thing about that, bro. You know, when you go there, all this shit, everybody wearing the same thing in there. It don't matter how much money you made, how many people you killed, how many people you shot, how much drugs you sold, how many fights you won. Don't none of that shit matter when you get in there. Motherfucker gonna size you up every day by your mind, by your word, what you stand on, how you move. People are challenging you. They sizing you up every day to see what you truly made of. Now you ain't got this strap in your hand no more. Now we get to see who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? To call you out. I done seen the real turn fake. I done seen fake motherfuckers do some real shit. I done seen the real nigga do whole shit. I mean, I done seen it every which way, bro. You know what I'm saying? I only knew one way to live, and that was solid, bro. You know what I mean? But you subject yourself to that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When you don't take care of your business. One thing we got to learn how to do is prioritize, man. Prioritize, you know, your life, you know, and it all starts with self and then family, you know. Kids, you know, you got to learn how to value the women in your life, your sisters, your mothers, your aunts, your neighbors, your daughters, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to honor women, man. We are men. We are protectors of the village. You know what I'm saying? We are here to protect the elderly, to protect the kids, to protect the women. women, you know what I'm saying? And that's just our duty. That's our God-given duty, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't doing that, man, you got work to do. And if you don't know where to start, man, you come holler at us, man, and we gonna give you the blueprint for real. Because we all been there and we done that, man, you know?
Ain't no doubt.
Ain't none of us perfect. We ain't here to judge. It's just, it's time to change. It's time to do better. It's time to do
everybody
different,
mess
man.
up. Hey, everybody mess up. It's a better word that I could use that everybody know, but we'll be what's that word? PG?
Yeah.
Right? We'll be PG. So everybody mess up. Y'all know, but everybody mess up. And with that, though, once you accept it, man, don't do that no more. Don't do that like that. Try to do better. You know, it's a process.
I've seen so many brothers dumb themselves down just to be able to fit in, bro. When I was in the joint, I ran into some intelligent brothers that were smart. They really was raised with good manners and all that shit, but they dumbed themselves down because they don't want to look soft, you know what I'm saying, for being intelligent, for having manners, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, please, thank you, and excuse me will take you a long way in life.
Absolutely.
You know?
Don't cut the line. And don't cut the line. Don't cut the line. That'll get you somewhere too.
But even if you do though,
say excuse me.
Even if you do,
please say excuse me.
Go further, go further, bro. Because in an instant, shit can get so bad so quick, bro.
Yeah, I know it.
That I have to be the critical thinker. You know what I'm saying? I bite my tongue so much. But it's because I can't sit here and claim to be a giant when I react to everything that's so small. You know what I'm saying? I understand that everybody ain't going to say thank you. Everybody ain't going to be respectful. Everybody ain't going to appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't leave the ball in their court. The ball is always in my hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what can happen if I say something. You know what I mean?
Power, yeah, they're right. And power.
I mean, look at shit today. I mean, road rage, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could be driving, feeling good, and all of a sudden somebody just cut you off. You give them the middle finger, they pull up and shoot you. You know what I mean? That's where it's at today. And I'm at a disadvantage because I'm a felon. I can't even protect myself. Everywhere I go, everybody got 30s and 20s and shit sticking out their legs, their backs. And I'm like,
double bags,
but
backpacks.
That's how much faith I got in God and what he did with me, because I feel like, you know what, bro? God gave me this as a weapon. He gave me the words, the knowledge, the experience, bro. And I don't fear shit. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
I don't fear life or death, bro. You know what I mean?
Respect, bro. But I wouldn't have got me a CCW, though.
Oh, man, lucky you. But you didn't do it, baby.
I ain't do it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do it either.
Right. Ain't that something, though? Now, that's a whole other subject, bro.
I wasn't the trigger man. You know, I should say I wasn't the trigger man.
That's a whole other subject,
I was there, so that's why I said I know what it's like to do time for something that you didn't do. But, hey, I believe in the code of ethics, staying solid no matter what, you know? So I went for the trip. And ain't a lot of people that's going to go do 17 years because your man shot and killed somebody. A lot of motherfuckers all of a sudden they start thinking about my kids, my baby mama, my girlfriend.
Shout out Price Harris. I know you did 17 for something you ain't do, man. And you walk with that every day out here, bro. Shout out, fam. It's a lot of people, man. Bro. It's like a lot of people, man. They've been locked up for crimes, and then, they tell me that I'm blessed or that I'm lucky because they didn't do it, and they out here and they on parole, or they on GPS tether, or they on something for 5 years, and their life is more difficult than they can imagine. So, I am grateful. I am thankful that they took these charges up off me, man, and forced me to walk the street and walk the land. And what's the closest to freedom that you can get? I'm supposed to be afforded the closest to freedom that you can, that you can have, allegedly. Like, I know people, bro, who cases been overturned, but they not free. Like, they on GPS, they on some other type of probation, some type of parole, some type of stipulation that's been placed on the system. In Massachusetts, if your case overturned, or they put you on GPS tether. Man, I got a brother named Raymond Gaines, man. He did 47 and some years. They say that he innocent. He been on GPS tether for 2 years.
Still, why?
He free, bro, out in the street. He couldn't come yesterday because of GPS. It's called, what? It's called e-incarceration. For everybody who on them tethers, it's called e-incarceration. Y'all paying them, boom, 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 to be locked up. You can go this far, you can go here, you got to be at home at this time, and heck yeah.
You know who my guy Danny Harani is?
Yep.
That's my guy, man. He did 30 in the feds, bro. He had life. He got himself out and got a whole bunch of other people out of prison too, bro, for real.
And you know, you got to salute them type of people, man. Darrell Ewing, you got yourself out. You got other people out. And there's other people who done that same thing. So I give everybody like that big salute and big kudos who get down in the field and for somebody else. Because I know you woke up on days with a headache. I know he woke up on days with his stomach burning. I know there was all this stuff that take place in our lives, but we still get up to help somebody else. And then you get somebody back that freedom and they do something good with it. See, you don't just give them the freedom, right? You want to get the freedom and do something good with it. And then when you see somebody get that freedom and do something good with that freedom and do something good with it, right? That bad boy, yeah, that's what it say. He the Detroit bad boy, but he do good things. He do great things. He do awesome things. Hey, what can you say? You got to salute it, because if you saying something against it, then you probably hating. You feel me? And like I be hating all on Kim Worthy. Every time she step on somebody like me, I be putting the voice out, putting the word out. It's an innocent person that's left behind.
Yeah.
Real talk, like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna put it on the flow. So when people contact me and I'm reading through the paperwork, like I'm at 6 o'clock in the morning, reading this paperwork so I could talk on it, so that I can lend a word, so I can give a person that, because I needed that and it wasn't there. Like I ain't get that. It wasn't there. When you was going through the system, bro, Chance for Life, cool. Like I ain't taking nothing away from that. Like I went to Chance for Life. I completed Chance for Life. I did, bro, and a lot of other programs too. No, so they did help me. But once I got home, I'm not telling you that none of them people pulled up on me. And I know they seen me on TV. Yeah. Like man, you straight? You need some mental health? You need some place to stay? Because that's really what it's about. How can I help you? Right? So for all them programs that we took in there, once we get home, I be wanting to see them take that to the end. Once you told somebody in that place that you're going to help them, you just got to stand on that. What you going to do once they get out? So when people come to me and they tell me that programs helped them, I'm like, heck yeah. U of M turned me down, bro. University of Michigan. You know what I do? I go out with them when they call on me and I help them get affidavits on behalf of innocent people.
Wow.
Even though they turn me down. So I know that every time they see me, they got to look and be like, ooh, we let dog get by. But yeah, y'all let me get by every other Innocence project. A lady had to come from Colorado to help me, bro.
Damn.
You know, the evidence was there all the time with my situation. They had our memos.
That's what defines diligence, though. You know what I'm saying? When you don't let things like that stop you or slow you down from doing what you're supposed to be doing, bro.
What?
You know what I mean? I don't care how I got to do it. I don't care what challenges or obstacles are in the way. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get it done because it's what it's supposed to do.
Hey, man, that's right. That's right, bro. That's not just like we on here and we chopping it up, we kicking it. And they call me the original fat lipper, right?
Yeah,
because I talk
the original fat lipper.
Based on the way that I communicate that and I talk that, right? But if you notice, though, what we communicate is not only educational, it's honest. And if you apply it, you will learn it's not only their system, right? How to manipulate it, right? Because you got to understand the rules. If you want to beat the system, bro, Donald Trump gave y'all the game. He gave us all the game. I say, y'all, he gave us the game. You got this, you got that. You know, you learn how to use it, right? We might not agree with everything, but that part right there, they taught us how to use it. So if you don't know how to use this system, then yeah, the system gonna use you. If you don't know how to use different tools that's set by the system, then absolutely, it's gonna run over you because you don't understand how to utilize or manipulate the same rules that they using to step on you.
Let me ask you something. Trump was just recently in Detroit last week, and PZ and Vezo took a picture with him, and they said they got a lot of mixed feedback. How do you feel about that picture with Vezo and PZ
look, man,
with President Trump?
I wish they would have called me. No, seriously, I would have gotten a picture, but I would have asked him while we was there about the Anti-Effective Death Penalty Act. See, this is the thing, right? They use us in order to like try to work some form of credibility with our people, right? Now, I understand that. I understand that's something that
he let Kwame Kilpatrick out too.
Okay. Hey, what up, though? Kwame, you was the mayor of the city. I was locked up at the time, bro. But I did write your mom, and she wrote me back. She talked with my mom, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you for any person who ever took out time to listen to my mom complaints and things as such. I'm for that. So, but with this whole thing, right, with this process, having the ability to assess these people, they just need to be loaded with the proper questions. See, like if Peasy asked him about the Anti-Effective Death Penalty Act, that's something that affects 90% of state prisoners, but was put into play for federal prisoners to finalize them. after they blew up the World Trade Center. See? So when they wrote this Anti-Effective Death Penalty Act and they put these provisions in there, it stopped us from being able to file appeals. So every time a person found evidence to support that they was innocent, it allowed the courts to come back and say, no, it's too late. They put time limits on it in order to finalize us. So that's the question that I would want Peasy to ask him. That's the questions that I would want Bezo to ask him. That's the question that I want Doug to ask him. That's the question I want my brother Darrell Ewing to ask him. Like, real talk, if you come down in my community talking about you looking for my votes, I need to understand what it is that you offering, because I know what y'all did to me and what y'all doing to countless other people across the country. Based on these rules, predicated on that the fact that we were supposed to be some type of monsters. Y'all know what was said, and if you don't know, if you go back to the Reagan era, if you go back to the early on with Clinton and them, then they said the same thing that caused you to be locked up. You was a monster. You was right after the crack era. They got a term, and I'm trying to just figure it out, but it's so dehumanizing to me that I just try to put it up out of my mind, because that's what it is, that you is some type of monster, you some type of lowlife, and that they start locking us up at a running rate. Prison pipeline, straight prison pipeline, school, prison. And they did it. Clinton took part in it. The president of the country right now took part in it. Right? So if Donald Trump gonna fix it, man, why I'm gonna be mad at Donald Trump? I'm saying whoever gonna fix it need to step up to the plate and take over the country, because there's people suffering for a rule that wouldn't even apply for them, that y'all slid in, that they signed, and people dying. So how do I feel about them taking a picture? Man, I don't care if they took a picture. I just want to know if they asked them the questions that I would ask if I had the opportunity. So for any person out there who want to be to ask the right questions, then y'all help me to get in a position to ask the right questions, because I'm going to ask the questions. Them the questions that we really need to know about, because if your father died in prison and you say you love him, your grandfather died in prison, you say you love him, your son, your daughter, they died in prison, and it's because you wanted a question to be asked and you couldn't put yourself in a position, then you should get behind me and put me in a position, and I'll put the question down. I ain't got no issue with it. I understand what's going on.
That's right. And you know what I love about that is because, you know, when I grew up, we weren't allowed to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had to just follow suit. You know, do as I say, not as I do type shit. And, you know, now it's okay to ask questions because we need the truth.
Amen.
We need answers.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Because something got to change.
Amen.
You know, we've been lied to. We've been manipulated. We've been hoodwinked, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to ask questions now, bro.
Ain't no doubt, man.
You know?
Ain't no doubt.
We, you know, we grew up on that get it how you live shit. By all means necessary. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, kill or be killed. I'd rather get caught with it than without it. That's what's killing our whole community now.
But now, though, bro, when you say that, though, right, in my life, man, like my mom, social worker, man, I lost my biological dad early on, but the role models that my mom took on was good people. You know, I got smacked by the police. I got smacked by the prosecutor, right? And not only myself, it's other people, bro, who got smacked by them same agencies that's locked up. So now, when we start like us and good people, us and bad people, right? Let's do this. Let's come to an agreement. Let's us, right, be good to ourselves, right? And let's be kind to other people. So if you step on somebody's shoe, let's just be like, excuse me, right? If somebody walking in front of you, right, and they drop something, let's say, hey, excuse me, you dropped something. If you get to the door before somebody, let's pull it open. Because institutions, right, show you that if you do that, open up the door for the gangsters, when they see you in passing, they'll not speak to you. It ain't that you know lame or you know broad or you know girl. It's just that you know respect. So as a people, if we learn to respect each other, right, then you start talking about this young person, right? If you respecting yourself, then the young person might respect you. But if you're not respecting yourself, then it's a strong chance that the young person not gonna respect you, right?
Yup. And that was another disconnect, is that parents never felt like they had to respect their kids. Adults feel like they don't have to respect younger people. And that's why so many young people today despise police, authority figures. They despise the fathers, the men. I started a youth program at Adrian facility, correctional facility, and a lot of the young guys was like, man, I sell dope to my mom, dog, or my father was gone, or I sell dope to my dad. So they never grew. If they selling dope to their own parents and aunts and uncles, like they looking at adults like y'all some dope fiends. Y'all can't teach me shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't tell me shit. So when you think about that trauma, you know what I'm saying, that's impacted our communities, and you ask why we act like animals, think like animals, because we was raised like animals.
No,
you know what I mean?
You know the statement, right? You heard that statement they make. Common sense ain't all that common. Like, man, how in the hell you just do that, man? Hold on, I got one for you. You got the wine. You got the wine in the bag. You had the wine in the closet for 5 days in the locker, right? And you gonna go in. You gonna burp the bag with the wine in it, right? Right before the corrections officer make the round. Right before the security guard make the round. Now, common sense would be you do that after the corrections officer make the round.
Absolutely.
Right? But now through the education process, somebody might have learned it. Like, I do it this way. Somebody might have went into it like it only makes sense to do it after they make the round. But look at the learning lessons and how you got to learn them inside of the institution, and look at the measures that they have for you. Right?
Absolutely.
And then, because, you know, like, bro, a natural life sentence, dog, I don't care if you did it, bro, if you didn't do it. What is it that somebody's supposed to expect of you? You got natural life, man. If you did something or you didn't do something, bro, what is somebody supposed to expect from you? Like, am I supposed to just walk the child a willy-nilly every day? You know what I'm saying? What is I supposed to do? What is you supposed to do? You get natural life in prison for a crime you didn't commit, right? Like, my file was like this thick, bad. I got a case like this in Mississippi, bro. This guy file is like this, and it's all good. I'm talking about, man, he done graduated almost 2,000 people through classes that he didn't created and that the institutions didn't tap. They got 100 and some letters of recommendation from Sykes and the NAACP and all these various agencies, right, that then created programming based on him. And he saved the corrections officer life, bro. On top of that, though, but he got so many accolades, and he saved the corrections officer life. Like, this file is like this thick. My prison file, bro, was like this thick, but it didn't look good. If I had to go up for parole, bro, I would have died in prison for a crime I ain't commit. At least they would have flopped me until they was like, oh, yeah, he gonna give.
Who helped you get out? Did the Innocence Project help you?
Nobody, none of them. Claudia
out?
Whitman, a lady named Claudia Whitman, man, from Colorado. My attorney name was Mary Owens. My mom, Teresa Bond. People who went down to the once they came up with the conviction integrity unit, right? My family began to go down. My supporters began to go down, and to say, hey, my loved one locked up. Hey, my loved one locked up. And it was other people like me too, though, bro. Like, I ain't the only me. In my situation, it's other me's. Bless you, bro. But in my situation, it's other me's, man. Like, other guys, 3 other guys who've been exonerated. True. So making 4 of us that's dealing with these memos. Like, bro, if you ever see these memos on there, it say that it tells the details. The police and the prosecutors been committing crimes together. And the prosecutor office is blowing the whistle on the Detroit police about what's taking place. So, and they said that if anybody this happened to with these jailhouse snitches, I was the victim of a person lying on me. He was prompted by the prosecutor's office and was used with the Detroit police for years. But he was prompted by the prosecutor's office in order to do this for me. And he worked with the police in order to do this to me. They conspired together. That's what the judge ruled. They conspired together in order to put me in prison for a crime I didn't commit.
Wow.
No. So when the system...
And then the crazy thing is they don't really get held accountable.
No.
If a judge does some malicious sentencing or some shit, you know, they're not held accountable. Like, they're protected by the law. Well, so they can maliciously give you a life sentence until you fight for your life to get out and be all the way wrong.
Agreed, bro. Like, I'm the first person in Wayne County to sue the prosecutor. You know, in my lawsuit, the judge said that the prosecutor and the officer, they conspired together. They partnered up together. You understand? Like, that's major, because as I go up to these courts, what I'm doing down in Wayne County is making way for other people to be able to sue the prosecutor. I took so much flack, man. I had exonerees telling me that the Wayne County prosecutor was my auntie, that I shouldn't sue them right? Even though they did all this horrible stuff to me, that I shouldn't sue these people. Because that's to tell you, I need y'all to understand the frame of mind that the system will work on us. They will turn us against each other. If they can, they will turn me against you and you against me, because we actually working to make a difference, to make a change. So based on that, they'll want to buy you off. They'll want to offer you something of value so that you won't want to argue, you won't want to fight. Honestly, man, like this is what they do. They offer you nonprofit money. So what we do when it comes to fighting for people's lives, we don't take money in that fashion. We ain't no, I don't want you to get it to me like that, right? Because I'm gonna earn this money. We're gonna sell these shirts. We're gonna sell this merch. We're gonna sell buttons. We're gonna advocate. We're gonna hustle, and we're gonna pay for these lie detector tests. Because I learned personally, I was down in Missouri, and I was approached by a lady. How you doing, Miss Carnes? And no, seriously, bro, she approached me down there, right? And she was like, she had somebody, they was locked up, and they was innocent. And then she began to share the evidence with me. So I'm like, okay, man, I'm gonna talk to my partners and things and such, right? And I found out through the system that the prosecutor's office down there did not want me from Detroit to support this man that was locked up. So I'm like, oh, hell no, man, I gotta get down with the get down.
Yeah,
and
then one day, go harder for him.
And then one day I got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning. He had been released, right?
Wow.
And right now he one of my best friends in the whole wide world.
Wow,
but if
dope.
I would have stopped based on what these people wanted, right? I don't care if it's white, black, blue, green. What somebody else want for me, what somebody else want me to do might not be what my heart is telling me to do. So I got to go with what the heart did. So man, salute, Keith. Man, I got mad love for you.
I
So
just
free.
do what's right, bro.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff.
You can't never go wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Even if shit goes sideways, you know that your heart, your intentions was always good from the get, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way to look at it.
So whatever the outcome is, I can live with it because I know that my intentions has always been good.
That's the way to do it, bro. That's me too.
Where you grow up at?
Southwest Detroit, bro.
Okay, tell us about it, man.
That's the plan. Growing up in Southwest, it was nice. Like we all got along. My neighbors, everybody was cool. You know, I grew up thinking, man, one day I'm gonna get me a house. I'm gonna have me some grass, because that's what my parents taught me that the American dream was. That's what my grandparents taught me. You know, you gotta have your house, boy. You know, you gotta keep your grass cut. You gotta keep it green. Like, look at Mr. Hall next door. Yeah. So I would look at the seniors. I would look at the elders. I would look at the people that I had to look up to, my role models, and I look at the cars. Oh yeah, he got that nice car. So like even now, I like nice cars. You know, I like houses. I like things as such. You know, but the people in my neighborhood, shout out Rolling West, BMF, Rolling West. I appreciate everything you ever did for me.
I met you with J-Mo through Motivated.
Yeah.
Remember, he was at having an event at the roller cage.
Yep.
And you was parked. You had the old school out there.
Yep.
Plugged me and you in, and we took it from there, bro.
Yeah. It's how it be, man. All across, like, no matter if I'm in Detroit, if I'm in Mississippi, if I'm in Missouri, if I'm in Massachusetts, y'all hear all these M states, right? All of them be like, it's Mississippi, but if I'm in Florida, it don't matter what state I'm at. People show me love. I was down in New Orleans. I was so grateful to the Third Ward for letting me speak. We did a barbecue down there. We was down there with Master P Father. But the thing is, I told them, like I tell everybody in the country, anybody, it's y'all who let me come through. Because y'all can run me off like this real stuff. Like, why I'm going to be down here advocating on behalf of some people and I ain't, you know, go home, Larry, okay. But they don't. They say, come on, Larry, come down here. We appreciate what you're doing. Thank you, Larry. And when I inbox my friends from across the country, bro, I'm from Southwest Detroit. Everybody know it. I rock my D's everywhere I go. I love my city. I love my state. You know, I sue them. Hey, they did something bad to me. But nevertheless, my people that standing tall, standing on 10, man, I love y'all. I'm from Southwest, though. I'm from the city. I'm from Detroit. Ain't no separation. Downriver area, number streets, east side, what up, Corn? West side, like,
Corn,
it don't matter where you
dog?
from. Like,
that's my dog.
It don't matter, bro. It's what it is, man. Salute. Highland Park, Hamtramck, Ypsilanti, Inkster, Flint, Michael Thompson, what up, though? Man, my man served, 25 years for 3 pounds? Michael Thompson.
What?
Yeah, the longest serving Michigan prison. You should get him on here and interview him, bro.
Shit. shit.
Yeah.
Did you know Mike Bailey and
Yeah,
Blood West?
yup. Mike Bailey,
Yup,
what up, though?
them my guys,
Blood,
man. Much love, Blood
I
West.
should have had
That's
Blood
my
down there
guy.
yesterday. That was my fault because I should have got him when the guy had somebody go get him. Shout out Blood West. I appreciate you too, man.
Them my
because
guys, man. They busy. We all busy. We got to get together, have lunch or something.
That's
man.
what. That's why I made Return to Citizens Day. Not myself made it, but that's why God made it. Shanita Gaston, Total Access. The city let us put it down. El Remir.
Did you know Kurt McGirt?
Ain't no doubt,
That's
no Kurt.
my guy.
Yep.
You know, I work with him.
Ain't no
We do
doubt.
ceasefire work.
Yup, ain't no doubt, man. Kurt,
Greektown,
good guy.
That's my guy, man.
Yep,
Yup.
great guy. What up, though, Kurt? August 25th. Come on, party with me, man. It's my birthday. That's your birthday, man. Let's party, Kurt.
That's right. Yeah.
Yup.
I'm going to put you on the phone with him, man. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yup.
Yeah, we was in there together. We was at Cotton.
Yup.
Yeah, I meet people every day. I bump into
That's
people.
a living legend right there.
Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, ain't no doubt.
Yup.
Ain't no doubt. And shout out to all the living legends, man. Hey, Beast Harris. Beast Harris died, y'all. Y'all know who he is. June Cunningham did 51 years. He came home. He died about 3-4 days ago. For everybody, man. Robert Partee, medically frail. Robert Partee. You look him up. They say he was a boogeyman at some point, but right now he ain't boogie nothing. He ain't even boogieing. He ain't even dancing. So why don't y'all give him an opportunity, government, and let him go? Wayne Duff, please let him go. 164498. That's his prison number. Somebody can go on JPay, reach out to Wayne Duff. He could use a friend. Like, that's what it's about. Spreading the word. I came from that place and I made some promises. I'm almost complete with my promises. But I'm going to carry them out to the end. And for every person that's left behind, you got a great person right here that's out here asking you, when you come back out here, man, don't come out here playing with the guns that hurt nobody. Don't take part in that process. Don't even come out on New Year's Eve shooting your gun up in the air because bullets come down and people get hurt. So they be paying for funerals and stuff, but people can't get.
And it's
because
always
somebody
kids.
can't get
it's
right.
always innocent people being shot and killed. All the shootings ain't even hitting their targets. You know what I'm saying? And then just not only that, it's just this should be senseless, bro. You know, it's guys killing each other over women, over failure to communicate, misunderstandings. You know, we got to learn how to redefine respect. You know what I'm saying? Redefine love and loyalty and all these things because just we could all have loyalty tattooed on us and it means something different to everybody.
Everybody,
you know what I'm saying?
when you put your loyalty tattoo on, you should put the definition up under there, and then that way it can be like that game when you flip the cards over. When a person take their shirt off, you can see if y'all two tattoos match up, or you can live it. You can have it in your heart, and it can be really a part of what you demonstrate. And if that's what it is, like if love is that, then you ain't trying to just be hurting people just for no reason. Every time you get mad, you want to shoot somebody. The number one thing you want to do is pull out your gun. Like, man, why don't you pull out that love? Why don't you just pull that out?
That's it, man. Just, you know what, man, this shit is what it is. Let's walk away from it, everybody. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, you got to go heads up, walk away, win, lose, or draw, man. Walk away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much trauma, bro. We already inheriting, you know, generations of trauma. And then, like, you know, the work that I'm in, bro, I got to see so many families and children crying, hurt. Like, so many people are impacted by, you know, just senseless murder, bro. Killings, man. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids, you know what I'm saying, that are dying and being killed by gun violence. It's too many parents and adults who are being irresponsible with their weapons and just leaving them around where kids got access to them. And they just, you know what I'm saying, killing each other or shooting themselves or, you know what I'm saying, just we got to get out of this shit. We got to shake this shit off because they building and changing the infrastructure of the environment, but we need to change the infrastructure of the way that we think as people, and we got to have, you know, higher standards of morale and principles and new values and learn how to prioritize and be more kinder and learn the true definition of love and loyalty and respect and the value of kindness and being civilized and respect for yourself, respect for others, respect for your community, you know, all that type of stuff, man. It ain't nothing soft about being civilized. You know, try something new, man. You got to get tired of this old shit so we can, you know, make room for all the new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he just said everything. Like he just put it all up, wrapped it up in the nutshell right there. Facts.
Yeah, and people be like, well, how'd you do it? I mean, shit, I had to change the way I walk, the way I talk. I changed the TV shows I was watching, the books I was reading, the music I was listening to, the conversations I was having, the people who were around me. I had to change everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, when you pick something up, you got to put something down, bro. I put down bad habits and I picked up good ones, bro. Now I prioritize my life. I learned about being responsible. I quit being a victim. You know what I'm saying? To the system, to the prosecutor, to the snitch, to the attorney. It was everybody's fault. Now it's all on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been home 5 years, bro, and I can pat myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? For once in my life. You know what I mean? And
life ain't bad. Life ain't bad.
Hell no.
That's right.
You leave it up to me, man. I'm gonna live my best life every day. Like we used to say, I'd rather have a bad day out there than a good day in here.
And
you
that's
know?
so. And what he just said, if you like, you just came home, you've been home, you find yourself in desperate moments, right? If you ever said what he just said, if you ever said what he just said about that moment, you would rather have that. What was that good moment? Your best moment in the street, or your worst moment in the street, than your best moment in the prison?
Yes, for sure.
If you ever said anything that remotely remind you of that statement, remotely remind you of that sentiment, then, hey, don't pick up that line, man. Don't go back and do that. Because once they start, hey, this lady named Mary Brown, bro, I'll tell you this. You said something. She told me this in 1994. She said, you can forget this name, but don't forget this number. And she told me that. She was doing me a favor, she felt. Don't pick up that number again. If you ain't got it on you, don't pick it up again. If you didn't shook it and you got back your name, see, you got back your name. But they ain't got no problem with pulling you back into that number. Got that name. You get your name, make it stand. So everywhere I go, I say my name, Larry Darnell Smith Jr. And I say it with pride. Because when I was saying them numbers, I wasn't saying that pridefully. I had pride because, I wasn't victimized by the system, wasn't getting, by people inside the system getting raped and stuff. So based on that, I said the number, you know what I mean? Like 2488, you know what I'm saying? But I say my name, Larry Darnell Smith Jr., and I say it proud. And that's what I want every person out there to be able to do. Say your name proud. But if you get that number, they gonna let you know. All right, y'all.
Yeah, you product, baby. Well, listen, man. Definitely grateful for you coming through. You want to give a couple shout outs before we close this out, man? I mean, we've been shouting out the whole time, but definitely tomorrow in Lansing, free my brother Dario Cruz, free Mike Banks, free Tom Martinez, free the real, free Rene Rodriguez. That's my man doing his thing in there. Much love to all them brothers, man. Free my brother Manuel Ramos, free the real, man.
Sure, man, you just said Dario, man. Shout out Dario. I remember when you came into place. I remember when Dario got locked up, bro. He told me he ain't do it.
Yeah. He got about 25 in right now.
For sure.
We're going to advocate for him tomorrow. We just had T-shirts made and everything.
For sure.
Yeah,
shout out Wilson Rivera. Wilson Rivera
for sure.
Man,
much love to you.
Congratulations.
Man, these
Wilson
boys
Rivera
got degrees in prison.
Yeah, congratulations,
bro.
man.
Degrees
James
in prison.
with him. They both got, y'all got degrees. I'm so grateful.
Man, if anybody deserve a second chance, it's brothers like Wilson Rivera and Rene Rodriguez. These guys got life. They are lifers, and they invest all their time and money in education. These guys are scholars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and programming. They back me, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all. People inside of them institutions, they reach out with the information. They always sharing. That's what keep me up on a lot of the stuff. They reach out to me and they tell me what's taking place so that I can take that information and I can disseminate it out to the public and other people incarcerated. Wilson Rivera, man, we went to school together. I'm so hopeful. I hope that the word just get out and that he can get his freedom.
Yeah, he fighting, bro. We doing it. I just wrote a letter on his behalf.
Now I'm gonna write one as well. We grew up in there. We was in institution. Last place we was at was at the Reformatory,
okay.
MR. Last time I was there.
Yeah, that was.
But we was in quarantine together too. We came through together. And I'm the whole city, man. Detroit, stand up. Michigan, stand up. Everywhere across the country, stand up. If you know somebody locked up for a crime that they didn't commit, speak up. You know what I'm saying? Speak up. Like, if you was a bold witness against somebody and you know you lied on them, speak up. Speak up. Like, that's what I can say. If you out here committing crime and you don't want to go to jail, then don't do crime. Don't do crime, because y'all start lying and then y'all start speaking up about untruths, and then people go away for a long time. So I just want y'all to know that it's people that's locked up, crimes they didn't commit. Tamara Washington, Ken Worthy, you promised. You said that if her file was missing, and that was bad. We all agree that the file is missing. Could you please put it in under the rules, what is 3.8? Could you please put that in? We need you, the prosecutor, you've been put on notice. Free Tamara Washington, free the other people that's locked up, free Wayne Duff, the medically frail, and free the over sentence. Jamie Meade, free Jamie Meade, man. Jamie been locked up a long time,
yes, sir,
on a felony murder.
Yes, sir.
Like all these people from Southwest Detroit that I done named, people I grew up with, people I was in prison with.
Yes, sir.
Free Twin. Free the Finley. We know that he didn't do it. If you from Southwest Detroit, y'all know he didn't do it. Y'all know better than me. He didn't do it. Y'all came and y'all done told me. So could y'all come forward and tell the administration that he didn't do it? You know? And on that, hey man, I really appreciate you having me here, man. Thank you, allowing me to speak up on behalf of innocent
no doubt,
people.
Baby, that's what the platform was for, bro. For
Thank
us.
you, bro.
That's why it's called Real Everyday People. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, bro. We are one.
Yeah.
Real
Listen,
Everyday
Friday, June 28th, 12 to 5, Ecorse High School expungement fair, man. Come on with it. It's it's a free service for you to help you get them felonies off your back. You know, open up some new doors for opportunity for yourself.
Hey.
27th, on the June 27th on Thursday, we're having a community healing circle, 420 South Lake Street in Delray. Come on through, man. Let's heal from the wounds. You know.
Now I just wanted to say, for all y'all who reach out to me, some people came out yesterday. They took the lawyer and they got expungement information. But for people who didn't make it, it's right back at you. An opportunity on Friday. Come on out and get that expungement. Come on out and pick up your paperwork. Come on out and put it in. That's your action. It take your effort. It ain't gonna just fall off you. Some of them might. I can't say they won't. What I do know is that if you come out and put forth the effort, you never know what you might find. And you might find that piece of freedom that you've been missing.
Ain't no doubt about it, man. Much love to everybody who tapped in. If you see it now, if you see it later, just make you see it. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all. I'll see you guys next Monday.
Free the innocent,
be safe.
free the medically frail, free the over sentence.
Ain't no